Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anyone who may watch this. Please be patient with me. This is my first time doing something like this. I may talk a little slow. I don't have a script. I felt it necessary to make a video, and I'm doing nothing but echoing what others have already said. A lot has happened within the past week. To be honest, it feels like a lot has happened within the past 5 years since COVID. There's been countless events that just don't even feel real. We can't accept that they actually happened. September 10th was one of those days. We witnessed the cold-blooded murder of a man who did nothing but show sympathy, show equality, and be willing to debate the other side. Now, many people have been watching this guy since they were little, watching him for a while. I've watched him since I was a freshman in middle school. I'm going on to college. So, seeing this man turn from a loving father, husband, a preacher, because that's what he really was. Preacher of the gospel to millions. A faithful conservative. A man who acted in nothing but good faith. Who debated the opponents. Treated them well. Was respectful. We saw him turned into an inanimate object. We saw this action committed by the killer, followed by an immediate reaction from the left. A celebration, showing us how inhuman these people really are, and we should treat them accordingly. We shouldn't resort to violence. We shouldn't be stupid, or we are no different than our enemy. This has been said before. But what is there to do when we have people getting killed on buses, killed in the street, killed for just going in public? I think England had an answer to that. We need to do something. Because when the left riots, we gather, we link arms. What we saw in the UK, 3 million mourning this man's death. No rioting, no looting. No, that didn't happen. They mourned Charlie Kirk. They gathered and they unified over this man's passing, what he stood for, a moderate. Now we need to take things a little more extreme. A country being replaced ethnically by millions, a country that's no longer safe to wander the streets. You'd think I'm still talking about the UK. I'm talking about my country now. America. The United States. All over, we've seen these people imported. We've taken this stuff for a long time. We've done nothing. We treat it like a broken relationship. Gotta be the better person, bigger person. That's what matters. We can't do anything back. Well, yeah, we shouldn't be violent. We're Christian. But we need to do something. The action of this man's murder, again, followed by an immediate reaction from the left, a celebration. We need a reaction from the right. We need to do something. We need to get political. We need to stop resorting to the internet, just liking stuff, There's a man emerging who will take Charlie's place, and it's not Ben Shapiro. Millions of people, young people, are watching him. And I'm just echoing what he said. We need to take action. We need to get political. We need to become human Swiss Army knives. Sounds a little cheesy, right? Well, we need to protect ourselves, our family. We need to get into politics. We need to get active. We need to get active in the community, on campus, in the household. We need to attend church. We need to pray. We need to pray the rosary. This is our weapon of choice. So, what do we need to do? Exactly that. I'm a Septemberist. When I saw what happened on September 10th, it outraged me. The whole right should unify under this label. We need to unite. We need to fight for the common good. We need to do something. Did Charlie die in vain? If not, we need to do something. That's my video. Thanks for watching. I do have a speech impediment. I know it's hard to get through, and I keep stumbling on my words. I feel like I didn't say all I should have said because I was trying to keep it rolling as clear and concise as possible. And what I wanted to say was, our enemy hates us, and we must do the unexpected. We must act out of love, as Christ did for us. And maybe we'll die for it. Maybe we'll die doing it, as Charlie Kirk did, martyred, ultimately killed by a gunman who couldn't care less about him. We might meet the same fate. A dear friend of mine made a really good point. He compared the right wing to the gospel. We don't tear things down, we build them up. We don't act out of hatred, we act out of love. This is how we've always operated. Maybe others misconceive that. But we must unify over our faith. Christendom is the basis of Western society, of civil society, of righteousness. So even when they hate us, even when they show no mercy, we must act out of love in the end. And we must pray. We must protect ourselves. We must not have a big movement calling for violence or anything of the sort, because that's not what God wants for us. If we are martyred, we will go out protecting what we believe, what we know is right. So, it's a hard reality to know that we must stand guard at these hordes as they might just pummel us to death. But as long as we place our faith in God, we will win. It's written. When we get angry, the left cowers and apologizes. We've seen that lately. These people, they're willing, but they're not capable. Our enemies. They are the most violent, but when we get violent, the world burns. We've seen that in Europe within the past 200 years and throughout history. What I really wanted to say was we need to be a multi-tool for our beliefs. We need to be a one-man army, every single one of us. We are the minority at this point. Even if we were not, we got to do this. We got to better ourselves in multiple fields, and it's going to be a hard task. It's harder for us than it is for the left. We have principles, we have morals, we have a high standard. Our standard is held by God, the Almighty. It's okay if we mess up, but we must try not to. Live what we preach. So many of us don't do that. So many of us have come from a bad past. I know I have. Not even long ago. And we just need to break this. We need to be strong. So I think we should really unify. That's what my whole point was. That we just need to be careful. And I hope that this made a difference. And I'm willing to put my future on the line and really dedicate as much as I can to this and helping anyone else who is really committed. So be faithful, be vigilant, struggle, toil, because this isn't a big fight. It's not climactic, it's not a Marvel movie. It is a slow process that we must commit our lives to. And we must not give up. And we will win in the end. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting this far. This is a long video. I hope everyone has a good day. This is just my testament. And yeah.